Broadcasting live from the Georgia Technology Summit 2025 at the Woodruff Arts Center, this is Business RadioX. And now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, broadcasting live from Georgia Technology Summit 2025. So excited to be talking to my next guest, John Wilson with Spelman College. Welcome, John.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, tell the folks, what's your role at Spelman?
For about the last 5.5 years, I have been the Vice President of Technology Services and Chief Information Officer at Spelman College.
So what does that job entail at a university?
So, we're a college. I basically oversee all technical operations, everything from cybersecurity. We provide the network, enterprise applications, desktop support, all the computer things that you would expect.
So what's your backstory? How'd you get involved in this line of work?
I've been in higher ed IT for about 26 years. I actually started off as a salesperson in the private sector. I worked for Xerox Corporation and Johnson & Johnson, studied information technology as an undergrad. And then when I had a chance to go to Polaroid Corporation, I started getting into digital imaging and really started going down the IT path that way. Started at Emory University here in Atlanta as a project manager, managing technical IT projects. And went from there to Georgia Tech, and from Georgia Tech to Spelman.
So now pretty much every guest we've had today has been talking about AI. How does AI fit into your world?
You know, AI is very important to Spelman College and as well as the higher ed space in general. We have the responsibility of ensuring that our students are prepared to go out into the world and compete for jobs that will afford them the lifestyle that they want. And AI is a skill that you just have to have these days, and it's going to be more so going forward. So we are in the process of identifying how to bring AI to campus in a way that is safe, responsible, cost-effective, and adds value to what we do.
Now, are you using AI in your work?
I do. We have AI that's embedded in several of our cybersecurity products. It helps us so that we don't have to manually crawl through logs and identify trends. The software is very helpful in that regard. We also use it for training. Some of the training platforms that are out there are very effective and save us a lot of time, quite honestly. So we're using it there. And of course, I use it in my own personal workflow for drafting documents and writing emails, et cetera.
Is it used at all like from a kind of a client services, client support manner that a student could use it to help, maybe answer a question or a prospective student?
That is a great question. And that is exactly what we're working on now. As we know, artificial intelligence requires access to clean, relevant, curated data. And so we're in the process now of creating our enterprise data store that will be the back end for our artificial intelligence capability.
So any advice for others out there in a similar situation? Like how do you go about kind of creating that clean, curated data that the AI needs in order to serve up the right answers when the people ask the right questions?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. The approach that we're going to take is using some sort of enterprise repository, and that will be populated by legacy systems. So as the data comes out of the legacy system and into the repository, it will be reviewed for accuracy and make sure that it's harmonized as it goes in. But there are AI models that actually go against transactional databases or legacy databases. And so that's an option as well. But I just appreciate the flexibility that comes with having your own data lake, if you will, or data lake house.
Is there a place for capturing maybe knowledge from alumni and students where they get it, kind of answer questions out of their own mouths based on their own experiences?
Yeah, absolutely. That's part of our ambitious goal with artificial intelligence is we want to start off as sort of a 24/7 contact center where students can ask questions about classes and registration and financial aid and those types of things. But we'd also like to build it to the point where it contains all of our corporate memory, if you will, and prospects, students, and alumni could ask it just about anything. But that's down the road a bit, but that is the vision.
So is that something that their technology is available today to make that dream come true, or is it something that it's still that no one's figured that out?
No,
quite yet?
I think the technology is definitely available, but we have to get the expertise, and it's a bit of a journey. That's something that we'd like to potentially manage ourselves, and we just need to start to build that skill set in-house. And that's why I put it on the roadmap. It's a few years down the road. We just have to build that skill set.
So how do you attack an event like the Georgia Technology Summit? What are you hoping to get out of it?
Well, I'm on the board of TAG, and so it's been a great experience for me to come out and just meet vendors, talk to folks in our societies, meet with my peers. As a technology-focused meeting in the state of Georgia, it's just a tremendous opportunity to meet people from other industries, share ideas, hear how they're tackling some of the same problems. So it's something that I look forward to. I've participated. I think this is my 5th year in a row, and I really look forward to it and enjoy being here.
Now, how would you recommend a young person who's maybe a potential Spelman College student attack an organization like TAG? Like, how would you recommend they get involved, and in what areas do you think would bear the most fruit?
That's a great question. The good thing about TAG is we have so many different societies that cover everything from machine learning, artificial intelligence, fintech, you name it. There's something out there for everyone. So I would just encourage, if you're interested, to go to tagonline.com, I believe it is.
I think .org.
.org, yes. And look at the societies and find something that interests you. I believe that the times and locations are listed as well. And just go and start meeting people and talking to people. And if you think it's a good fit, then feel free to join TAG and take advantage of all that TAG has to offer.
Now, as do students of Spelman, do they kind of get the heads up about TAG like that? Or is that something that they're encouraged to join and be part of?
It is. And last year or year before last, we had a pretty good contingency of students that actually came to Georgia Technology Summit. It's kind of hard with students. They have a lot going on. But I certainly make an effort to make them aware, as well as certain faculty advisors are aware so that they can help promote the message as well. So, yeah, we definitely want to get our students involved and get them out as much as possible. It's just a matter of them finding the time and making the commitment to come.
Right, because the connections are here. Where they're going to get their next job is probably in this room right now.
That's a very true statement. I think these days it's becoming more and more about networking and really having an opportunity to showcase your skills and your personality. And the best way to do that is really through a face-to-face meeting.
And joining an organization like this, volunteering, taking leadership roles, demonstrate what you bring to the table, because it's a competitive workforce right now.
It really is. And I think employers like to see folks who take initiative because, quite honestly, all things being equal, everybody's smart and ambitious. But I think where you can differentiate yourself is to take the initiative to come out, shake hands, introduce yourself, start to share your narrative, and that's going to leave an impression.
Right. Relationships matter.
Absolutely.
So if somebody wants to learn more about Spelman, what's the website there?
Spelman, 1L, SPELMAN.edu. And there's a wealth of information on the website. Would encourage any prospective or anybody who's interested in coming to go and check it out.
Well, John, thank you so much for sharing your story today. You're doing such important work, and we appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
All right, this is Lee Cantor back in a few at Georgia Technology Summit 2025.